Hi there and welcome to the Gem Blenders channel. I'm Steve and today I'm going to be talking about the nomenclature in Gem Blenders and how I went about naming all the different blends. But before I get into that, if you've been enjoying these videos, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, tell your friends about it. Right now the sets are on their way and every little bit in helping build the Gem Blenders community is going to go a long way. Before I even started working on Gem Blenders, the idea of naming things and classifying things is something I had an interest in. Looking back at my 9th grade biology class, I remember being especially captivated by the taxonomic naming system and binomial nomenclature. I think it's really cool how you can have a naming device that approximates how closely things are related just by the name. And it's something I really enjoyed learning about, it's something I still enjoy learning about today. As I've mentioned in some of my other videos, Pokemon has been a huge inspiration for me in the creation of the world of Gem Blenders. Along with the designs of the world and the characters, I think the naming origins of Pokemon are really cool. Looking at evolution lines, I think it's really cool how the name usually carries throughout an evolution line, sounding more powerful as it gets towards the later evolution. Also, I think it's really neat how, at least in the English language version, you have a lot of different word combinations coming together, making Pokemon's name. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is another world with some really strong naming conventions. While they don't generally have evolutions like Pokemon, they do have some very strong archetypes that are grouped together by name and type. Most notably Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon. These cards are popular for a reason. Not only are they the main characters, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kaiba's cards in the anime, but they're also really cool looking monsters. What I like best about how Yu-Gi-Oh! Names the archetypes in their card sets is how badass they sound. For example, with Blue Eyes White Dragon, they use very specific descriptors to make the card sound more powerful and different in a variety of ways. You have Blue Eyes White Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, and a variety more. It's crazy how over 20 years they've come up with so many ways to reinvent old cards in the game using nomenclature. With Gem Blenders, I pulled from all of these sources in designing how I would name the blends in the game. Just a little background for blends before I really get into it. Blends are transformations that heroes use, and they're all a different combination of 2 to 5 different gem types. The weakest and lowest level blends being level 2, combining 2 different gems, and the highest level and strongest blends being level 5, combining 5 different gems. While there's no evolution in Gem Blenders, there is a certain build that happens, but it's not as linear as it is in Pokemon, because there's no direct route you take from going to a level 2 blend to a level 5 blend, because a level 5 blend can have a variety of different sub-blends of similar levels. When deciding on the nomenclature for Gem Blenders, it's important for me to create something that was unique, that matched this unique blend system that Gem Blenders has, and that also had some logic behind it. So the basic outline I came up with for Gem Blenders nomenclature is as follows. All level 2 blends are going to be named using one specific word. All level 3 blends are going to be a 2-word name that modifies a level 2 blend. All level 4 and 5 blends are going to be 2-word names as well that do not modify any blends before it, and the second word has to end in ER, AR, OR, IR. This system has worked great for Gem Blenders so far. It allows some form of lineage to be there between blends, but also it allows for it to be open-ended enough that I'm able to create higher level blends that are a combination of a variety of sub-blends. Ultimately, having a more open-ended nomenclature system allows for more blends to be linked together in a more seamless way. Since any blend is at least a combination of 2 gems, it's sometimes difficult to figure out a name that encompasses all the elements that bring it together. This is especially difficult with level 5 blends because those are combining 5 different elements, as well as a variety of sub-blends underneath of it. How it normally works out is I'm trying to figure out a name that combines everything underneath of it, the 5 gems, the 5 different elements that come together to make the blend, as well as a name that's going to sound cool, sound powerful, sound intimidating, depending on what the design of the character looks like. So if you're at home looking to make your own card game, make sure not to overlook nomenclatures. I think it's one of the most important aspects to a card game. From the lore to the gameplay of the game to making people excited about building a deck. Before you start just randomly naming creatures or monsters or transformations, it's very important to create your own logic and naming structure if you want your game to be viewed differently from similar games in the genre and not viewed as just a copy. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned because the first sets are on their way here. And I'll see you next time.